Hello students. So today we are going to do the last session of this video on extra questions of HCF and LCM. Right? So before we go to the main statement problems, because students usually get confused when to use HCF and when to use LCM. Right? So before we go to the main statement problems, let's have a quick brush up and then we go to the main statement. Right? Let's take a simple example. I've taken two numbers 4 and 10. Let's try to find HCF and LCM. So here 4, we all know that we'll do a prime factorization method, that's quite easy. So this 4 can be written as 2 square, right? And 10 can be written as 2 into 5, correct? So I have just done the simple prime factorization. Now what is the HCF of this? HCF. So we know that highest common factor. So when we find, we know that we take the product of the smallest common prime factor involved in the numbers. So which is a common one here? 2, and the smallest one is 2. Right? So the power is 1 here, so HCF is 2 here. Coming to LCM, least common multiple. So multiple word itself we know that it is bigger. So here it is the product of the greatest power involved in the numbers of all the prime factors. So here we have 2 square into 5. So here 2 square is the biggest and we have the uncommon factors 5. So we have 4 5s that is 3. So from this simple example, I just wanted to explain that whenever you have two numbers, the HCF is usually the smaller than the given two numbers. And whenever we take LCM, it is usually bigger than the two numbers. If you understand this simple concept, I know you must have knowing, you must be knowing this one. I'm just stressing this one because if this logic, if you understand, then the statement problem when you read, you will understand that do I require a number greater than that? Or do I require a number smaller than that? When you understand that concept, the statement problem becomes very easy. You will not get confused when to use HCF and LCM. So going to the first problem, students. So we start with the problem. So the question goes this way. In a seminar, the number of participants in Hindi, English and mathematics are 60, 84 and 108. So we have a seminar and the number of participants of Hindi is 60, we have for English 84 and we have for mathematics 108. Okay, so to find the minimum number of rooms, we require the maximum number of participants should be seated in the room, right? So here, just imagine that suppose we are taking LCM, okay, that minimum words we say that we take the keywords, like minimum means you have to take LCM. For example, if you take LCM and C. So if you take LCM, obviously you will get a number which is bigger than this. Will it be suitable that if we have a number bigger than this, then will it be minimum number of rooms? No. A simple logic, right? So obviously we have to take the highest common factor of these three so that we get the minimum rooms, and if minimum rooms are there, we get the maximum number of participants that can be accommodated in the room, right? So here, this is just for your understanding. So here we just write the solution. So the solution goes, here we write, so for minimum number of rooms, we require maximum number of participants. I hope this is clear for you. Therefore, we take HCF of these three numbers. I hope please understand the same logic what I am trying to understand. That if I take this, will it be suitable? Okay. So here if I take HCF, I go by prime factorization method. You can by Euclid's division algorithm. There is no specific method that you have to follow. You can go by this. So I say 15 fours according to me. So here 3 5s and I will write this in the form of 2 square. So ultimately you should see should be in the power and the least power. So I have written 3 to find the 2 square. Let's say go for 84, which can be written as 12 sevens. Okay, and 12 I can write again 3 4s. 4 I write as 2 square and then 7. I hope this is very clear for you. Then coming to 108. So 12 9s are very perfectly. And 4 again can be written as 3 into 2 square. And I will mention this 9 as 3 square. So just I will make one more here. 3, we have 3 cube into 2 square. Correct? So coming to HCF, we know it is the product of the smallest common power involved in the 3 prime factors. So which is a common here we can find. Let's concentrate only on this last step. Okay, so here 3 is common, which is the smallest common power. Here the power is 1. So I will take 1, 3. Correct? Coming to 2, 2 is also common, which is a common. We have 2 square itself, so we need to take 2 square common. Okay, so yes, so common is over. So we have here 4, 3 into 4, that is 12. So here actually we got 12 is the minimum number of participants that can be participated. So here, maximum number of participants. So we have got a maximum number of participants that can be in the room, that is 12. Okay, but they are asking the question minimum number of rooms. It is not. This is 12 participants. So to find the minimum number of rooms, we have to do the total number of participants divided by this. How many maximum number of participants can be there? 12 in this room. Correct? So here we have found out the maximum number of participants in that can be there in one room. So since the question is they are asking minimum number of rooms we require, that is the total participants are 60 plus 84 plus 108, and in one room how many participants can be there? 12. So here let's add. So 12, here 9, 15, correct? So 2. Let me just check. 12, 1, 9, 15. Okay, correct. So let's divide it. So 12 gives out 24. So 1, 12. So minimum number of rooms required is 21. Correct? So let's go to the next question. The next question is, the traffic lights at 3 different road crossings change. Okay. So at 3 different road crossings, the traffic lights change after every 48 seconds, 72 seconds and 108 seconds. Let me jot down 48, 72 and 108. So there are 3 traffic signals and they change after 48, 72 and 108 seconds respectively. If they change simultaneously, so at one particular point they are changing simultaneously at 7 AM. Okay, now they are asking at what time will they change simultaneously again. So now you know that one traffic signal changes 48, after 48 seconds it will change, okay, and then after 72 seconds and then after 108. So when such type of questions are there, again whether to take HCF or LCM, right? So let's go by logical method. Suppose if you say that I think that it is HCF, you got confused and say I have to take HCF. So when I say take HCF, a number smaller than this 3 will come, or it may be equal, then suppose it may be 48 also. Okay. So if it is smaller than this, is it possible? Because just see, the third signal light changes after 108 seconds. So if it changes after 1 second, that is 108. Next time when it changes, 108 plus 108. Right? So here, if it changes, so 108 into 2, that will give you 216. So next it will be 216 seconds. So is it possible less than that? No. So from this logic to understand HCF is not possible. So we have to take LCM. I hope this is very clear, right? So when you take LCM, we have to take the LCM of 48, 72 and 108. So at one point 7 AM they have already changed. So next time when they will change together, that we have to find. That means the multiple, correct? So let's find the LCM of this. So LCM of 48, 72 and 108, correct? So 48 can be written as 12 4s are 48. Again 4 I will split as here 2 square into 3 and again here 2 square. So here you will get 2 raised to 4 into 3, correct? 72, 12 into 6. So here again 2 square into 3 and 2 into 3. So here this I will get 2 cube into 3 square, correct? So 108. Again my 12 tables are very important again, right? So here again 2 square into 3 and here 3 square. 9 have written 3 square, here again the same. So we will get 2 square into 3 cube. So let's concentrate on the last step. right? So our aim is to find LCM. Let's find HCF also orally and see so that you understand. If you take HCF of this, the product of common power involved, okay, the smallest power. So what is the HCF here? So here we common power is 2 to 2. So here we will get HCF as 2 square, that is the power, smallest power of 2, and 3 will get only 3. So here we will get 12. Is this possible? No. Right? Because each one traffic signal, the first HCF changes after 48 seconds. Then how will we give 12 seconds? Not possible. So obviously, now from this we understood that we have to take LCM. So when I take the LCM of this, so here we have 2 raised to 4 as the greatest power. Next here we have 3Q. Correct? So this is 16 into 27. So the 27 into 16. So let's do quickly. 32, 3, 12, 15, 7, 2. So here 7 plus 5, 12, 3. Sorry. Here 2. And 42, 12 plus 4, 16. Okay, 13. So I think I am right here. 232, 432 seconds. Okay, so 432 seconds we got. That means they are going to meet at 432 seconds. Now, if they ask you that after how many seconds they will meet, so our answer is finished. But now they have given specifically that 7 a.m. they have time together. 7 a.m. They are all three traffic signals. They have met at 7. But after how many seconds? They are asking specifically the time. So now to find the time, here 432 in seconds they are given. Let's divide by 16. Be specific that when they will meet. So when you divide 432 by 60, so let's by making minutes and seconds be specific. So here we'll have 7 420, 6 7. So here 1. So here we can say, so 7 a.m. they have already changed. Next time they will change this 7 hours. This is in minutes. That is 7 minutes and 12 seconds. So next they will change together at 7 hours, 7 minutes and 12 seconds. I hope this type of questions are very, very important, right? And you have already learned this in lower classes, just a brush up. I hope that logic you have understood. So now you will be able to interpret whether you have to take HCF or LCM and LCM.